Hello there guys, welcome back once again to From the Ash. Great to have you here with me today in central London. I'm here to do another Only Fools and Horses filming locations video. It's the first one I've not done in Bristol. You guys will know on this channel there was a lot of Only Fools and Horses locations to see in Bristol. 4 videos worth in fact, so if you haven't seen those I will link them on screen for you right now so you can have a look at those first if you want to before you watch this one, or you can watch it at the end. I'll link them at the end for you as well. Lots of the show was actually filmed there, but of course the show is actually set in London, in Peckham specifically, but in London as a city. So a lot of the show was filmed here of course in central London as well. So I'm going to have a little look around today in the sort of central part of London. Of course there were bits that were filmed on the outskirts and in different specific areas of London, but as for the centre today, which is where I am, I'm actually in Kensington right now. I'm going to have a wander around, maybe catch a few tubes and see what I can find in the centre of the city. I should add as well, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe because there will be more videos from London and from the rest of England as well where the show was shot, and maybe overseas. As we know, there was one filmed in Miami, there's also one filmed in Amsterdam, in France, so we'll see if the budget will stretch that far. But as for now, we're sticking to London. First location that I'm looking at today, I know you'll recognise because it's from the episode Time on Our Hands, and it's where everything goes really, really good for Del and Rodney. Let's go find it. There we go guys, I know you recognise that one. That was of course Sotheby's, just off New Bond Street. Very famous Only Fools and Horses location because that is of course where Del Boy and Rodney finally become millionaires. They live the dream by selling the Harrison Lesser watch for 6.2 million. And as you see there, the three-wheeled van is actually parked right outside. The outside pretty much looks the same. I think there was like a green sort of awning on it in the show, which isn't there anymore, but you can tell it's Sotheby's. It's very clearly marked, so if you want to come and have a look, do that. I don't know if they filmed the interior inside the actual auction rooms, but certainly the exterior was used, and yeah, well worth a look if you're in the area. Right, on to the next location, which is actually a tube station, believe it or not, so may as well get the tube to get there. Don't know if you'll recognise this one straight away, but you will have seen it perhaps more than any other location in Only Fools and Horses, so let's go have a look. So guys, you might not recognise this one, but do you see that window there? That is in the opening credits of Only Fools and Horses. There's a restaurant underneath it called Eden back then. I don't know what it is now, it's something else. But this right here appears in the opening credits of Only Fools and Horses. There you go guys, not one that you would think to look for, but it's right there. You might even go past this one on your morning commute. You didn't even know it was there. But there it is, Holborn Station, opening credits of Only Fools and Horses. Good time to mention, by the way, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Lots of other content related to Only Fools and Horses coming this year. Least of all, more locations videos. There's one more ticked off the list. Let's move on to the next one. All of these are very central. You've got the tube, of course, as well, which is cheap and an easy way to get around London for those of you that aren't from here. But if you want to have a little walk around and it's not raining, which is always good to take advantage of that in the UK, then you've got your feet as well. I'm doing it on foot today. The next location is about a 10-minute walk that way. Let's go find it. Guys, I'm right outside our next location right here. This is the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane, world famous theatre in the centre of the theatre district in London, not far from Covent Garden, in fact just around the corner from Covent Garden. And this features in the episode of Only Fools and Horses a royal flush. Del Boy, June, Lady Victoria and Rodney come here to watch a play. I can't remember which play. It was an opera. It might be an opera actually, but they come here. It all goes horribly wrong, as you guys know in the episode. It's one of my favourites actually. I feel like it's a very underrated episode of Only Fools and Horses, but it happens right here. The exterior and the interior of this location used in the episode. I can't go in and film, I'm not allowed. I have just asked and they said no, but you can have a look at the outside. Here it is, Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. Also guys, I don't know if you've seen this bit here with the doorway and the archway up there. This is also visible in the episode. It was shot from about where I'm stood actually. Del Boy and June actually walk off down that way. I seem to recall this being in shot somewhere, so worth having a look as well at this if you're in the area. Definitely features in the show. Right, that's another one done. Now from a world famous theatre to an equally famous train station. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this one. Let's head to the next location. Before I get there though, I have got myself a Berry Blast smoothie from Pret. This is not a sponsored post by the way, but I have signed up to Pret's subscription service recently. There is a link down below for you guys. It's £20 a month and you basically get unlimited coffee or smoothies all day, every day. I say unlimited, it's 5 per day, but that's pretty good, especially for somebody like myself who drinks a lot of coffee. So links down below for you. They're also giving the free month away for free. So there's a month's worth of free coffee, worth looking into. Links down below. If you're gonna come and walk around London, you need comfy shoes. Do not do what I did and wear these. I've been walking a lot today and I worn the most uncomfortable shoes known to man. So do as I say and not as I do. Wear a nice pair of comfy trainers if you're planning on coming to see all the Only Fools and Horses locations. Because if you wear the same shoes as me, you'll probably have a miserable experience. There we go guys, if you look up there, that is the clock, the main clock in Waterloo Station. So this is where Del Boy and Raquel meet for the first time in the episode called Dates. Very underrated, one of my faves that one. But right here is where Del Boy meets Raquel for the first time and they head off to the Hilton Hotel Park Lane for their first date. Happens right here. I think it was about here they filmed it because gate 10 is actually in the background in the episode and that is still over here. So there you go, we're stood in the exact spot it was filmed. Well, that was an unexpected first. I got thrown out of Waterloo Station for filming. Apparently you need special permission from head office if you want to do that, according to the security guard who came over and asked me to leave. I don't really see the problem in it, but you know, there we go, rules are rules I guess. So if you're going to go and visit the clock where Dan and Raquel met for the first time, don't take pictures, and if you are going to take pictures, do it when a security guard's not around. Anyway, that's another location done. I'm on foot again, even though my feet are hurting. The stepometer says 14,476 steps, and a missed call as well. So that's why my feet are aching anyway, because there's been a lot of steps involved. I've only taken one tube today because I wanted to try and get around on foot while it's dry. We're heading to the next location, which is a 15-minute walk just up the river. You can follow the Thames there. Let's go do it. Guys, I'm up on Southwark Bridge over the River Thames, as you can see, and from up here we've got two Only Fools and Horses locations. The bridge I'm on itself is a location. In the episode Time on Our Hands, Uncle Albert drives his boat underneath this bridge, and if we look over this way, these are the apartments from which Rodney and Cassandra, they now live in these at the end of Time on Our Hands, and they wave to Uncle Albert who drives his boat. That behind that is the Shard as well. That's the tallest building in Western Europe. Wasn't here at the time of filming, but these were, and they're in the episode. Now that was London Bridge, and I didn't realise it, but that actually appears in Only Fools and Horses as well. He ain't heavy, he's my uncle. Rodney, there's a shot of him walking across the bridge with the commuters just like I did, and I only realised that while I was filming. So there you go, found one I didn't realise I was going to see, but there's one just over here that I want to show you as well. Of course, it goes without saying you can go on board the boat. You have to book, which I haven't done today, but as you can see, there it is, moored on the River Thames. Beyond it, tons of stuff that probably wasn't there when they filmed the show back in the 90s. I think those ones were filmed. Might have been late 80s actually, but there it is anyway, HMS Belfast. It's a ship that was actually involved in D-Day, believe it or not, so you can book to have a look around. I bet it's very, very interesting. Just along the River Thames, literally just around the corner here, is something else that appeared in the same episode and the same sequence of Only Fools and Horses. He ain't heavy, he's my uncle, and that is this. Guys, look where I am. You know this one. You can have me lit up or the bridge. There's the bridge, and there is me. That is Tower Bridge on the River Thames, probably the most famous bridge in the world, certainly one of the most beautiful bridges in the world. I love coming here. It's one of my favourite spots in London. There's loads of people just relaxing and chilling by the river. But the bridge appears again in that same sequence in the episode He Ain't Heavy, He's My Uncle. Delboy and Rodney actually drive past each other right in the middle of Tower Bridge, right there. I think Rodney's driving the three-wheel van and Del is driving the Capri gear, as again they look for Uncle Albert, one that people sometimes forget, but that was in Only Fools and Horses. This is the last location in this video because my time in London has run out. I need to go home back to Gloucester. Got a train to catch, in the words of Roy Slater, so I'm going to go and do that now. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, please do subscribe, give the video a thumbs up as well while you're here, and I'll see you soon for another one. Take care guys, bye bye, or should I say bonjour.